Las Vegas Saළāyatana paccayā Phasso. Because there are 6 bases and 6-fold bases as a condition, contact arises. Or, briefly, we can say that dependent upon the 6 sense bases, contact phassa arises. We're already familiar with the meaning of Saළāyatana, or the 6 ayatana, and phassa means contact. Contact, however, doesn't mean that 2 items impact one another. That's not the meaning. Instead, it means the following. 1. The impact of eye sensitivity, a visible object, and eye consciousness. The impact, i.e., combination, of these 3 things is phassa. 2. The impact of ear sensitivity, a sound, and ear consciousness. 3. The impact of nose sensitivity, a smell, odor, and nose consciousness. 4. The impact of tongue sensitivity, a taste and tongue consciousness. 5. The impact of body sensitivity, a tangible object and body consciousness. 6. The impact of mind, a mental dhamma object and mind consciousness. Q. Is there such a thing as mind sensitivity? No, mind is manāyatana. It's not sensitivity, it's mind. The Pali word mana means mind, so manāyatana is mind base. Eye base is paccayā, ear base is Saḷāyatana, nose base is ghanayatana, tongue base is jivhayatana, body base is kayatana, and mind base is manāyatana. This manāyatana is mind. When you die, you cannot feel anything. Now though, because you have mind, even if you close your eyes, ears, nose, and mouth, you can still think about mental objects. These can appear to your mind, right? There will be mind and mental objects. When they impact, mental mind 62 Saළāyatana paccayā Phasso consciousness arises. Then, there could be wholesome consciousness, or maybe there is unwholesome consciousness. It depends on your attention. So there is mind, a mental object, and mind consciousness. The impact of these 3 is called phassa, or, briefly, we can say that it is the impact of the 3 entities: sensory organs, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind. The 6 objects and the 6 types of consciousness: eye consciousness, ear consciousness, nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, body consciousness, and mind consciousness. The impact of these 3 sensory organs, objects, and consciousness is called phassa. So we're talking about Saළāyatana paccayā Phasso. Phassa is vividly experiencing an object. Let's take the eyes as an example. When your eyes see a visible object, eye consciousness arises, right? The combination of these 3 things is called phassa. It's not a matter of 2 items touching, right? No, phassa is mental. What's the reality here? With respect to the eye, it's eye contact. In other words, when there is the impact of eye sensitivity, a visible object, and eye consciousness, we call it eye contact. It's the same for ear contact, nose contact, tongue contact, body contact, and mind contact. These are the 6 kinds of contact. Which type depends on whether it involves the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, or mind. So, looking again at the example of eye contact, kaku phassa. Phassa is a cetasika, right? We've already studied this. Phassa is one of the 52 kinds of mental factors. It's a universal mental factor. Whatever type of consciousness arises, there will always be phassa associating with it. When eye consciousness arises, how many mental factors arise with it? 7. Specifically, these are the 7 universal mental factors, one of which is phassa. When there is eye contact, phassa will always arise concomitant with the 2 types of kakavijnana. We have 2 types of eye consciousness, right? One is wholesome resultant consciousness, and the other is unwholesome resultant consciousness. Whichever arises, phassa will always associate with it. Do you understand? There's also ear contact, nose contact, tongue contact, body contact, and mind contact. As for mind contact, there is Phasso concomitant with mundane resultant consciousness. How many types of mundane resultant consciousness are there? 32. Whichever of those arises, Phasso will always be associated with it. We call this mind contact. 63. Las Vegas Saḷāyatana. So, what are the 6 bases again? Eye base, ear base, nose base, tongue base, body base, and mind base. Mind base is Saḷāyatana. It is mind. And what are the 6 objects? Visible object base, sound base, odor base, flavor base, tangible object base, and Dhamma base. Dhamma base is a mental object. If you close your eyes, you can see a form, a picture, a view. You don't see this with your eyes, right? No, you see it with your mind, which is why we call it a mental object. After we have these 6 bases, we will get the 6 phassa, or contacts. We will experience eye consciousness, and so on. 64.